Hello, good afternoon. My name is Bekah and this is a midweek connection video to share some updates of what's happening in the life of our church on this second week of Advent. I am here in our sanctuary and it dawned on me that I actually haven't spent much time in the sanctuary the past couple of months as we've moved outside to our courtyard. But I realize that's nothing compared to so many of you who have not been in our sanctuary for 9 months or so. But being in this space and being in this quietness of the space brings a feeling of peace. It's also a reminder, though, that I'm grateful that we've been able to find spaces of sanctuary beyond this physical space, and knowing that we're grateful for it, but our worship isn't only happening here. So the second week of Advent, we lit the candle of peace. The first week we lit the candle of hope, and this Sunday we'll light the candle of joy. And if you're following along in our Advent devotionals, there's some questions for reflection. But when I think of peace, there's so many ways to think of that question about how do you find peace? Because you can answer that on a level of an inner peace or a peace that is present in interpersonal relationships, or global peace, a world peace. But I find that they are all interconnected. And so even though I might at first think of focusing in on my inner peace, it might feel like a selfish thing to do. It's actually not, because my inner peace greatly affects my interpersonal relationships and the peace that I can become a peacemaker in the world too, and how all of those pieces are intertwined. I just got a note that it said that it was having trouble with my internet connection, so hopefully it's coming through okay. So hi, Elva. Glad to see you. Elva, can you tell me if you're having trouble? Is it showing a problem with the connection at all on your end? I'll keep going as if it's not and hope for the best. But I'm going to keep this short because I have to go really soon. But I wanted to let you know about a few things. Our Christmas star tree is still going on. We're sponsoring 2 families that have a lot of kids in each one this year. And y'all have done a great job in responding. Almost all the slots have been filled up, but we have 15 spots open out of maybe 53 spots. And so if you haven't yet done that and wanted to jump on, I'll link that in the comments later. And but if not, here's another request. So maybe you're someone who wants to help with this project, but money's tight and you aren't able to give in that way at this time, which is completely understandable. Well, here's a piece of news I have. I have some money set aside that has come into the church that has been designated for giving and outreach. And so we can use some of those funds to help cover the cost of the remaining gifts, items that are still needed. But I would love to have anyone help with the shopping. You can do this online or out in person if you'd like. But get a hold of me if that sounds like something you'd like to do, especially if you really wanted to participate, but funds were holding you back, or maybe not. Either way, know that that's another way to help. Today, I was putting together some mailing. So if you are a family that has kids or young people in your home, be looking for an envelope to arrive in the next few days. In it is an invitation to take part in our pageant that's happening virtually this year, because we're not going to be doing it like we've done in the past. It's already underway. We've already got the first 2 scenes that have been shared, but we have 2 more scenes left, and there's an all call for the role of angels. So I sent in the mail to tinsel halos with an invitation on how you can dress up and be an angel and submit a video to be included in the pageant. Feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions with that, and if you're not a kid but you'd like to participate, because I know we've had adults jump up in our interactive pageant and be a part of that too. So no, you are welcome to be an angel as well. All you need to do is dress up as an angel, simple or as extravagantly as you like, and send in a 5 to 10 second video clip of making an angelic sound like, ah, I hate my singing voice, so imagine an angelic voice, just filling up a 5 to 10 second video of being an angel that we'll be able to stitch together into our pageant. All right. Also, December 18th, that's a Friday night at 6:30, we are going to come together to our back lot, the part that's hardly ever used, that open space, to have a Christmas bonfire with carols, and we'll do it with distance. But look for more details about that. And then on December 21st, it is the longest night of the year, meaning that it's after that point on the calendar, the days start to get longer again. So on that longest night, we are going to have a service called the Longest Night of the Year service. And other churches have been doing this. I've never actually been a part of one, but I've loved the idea when I've seen it in past years. But the idea is to set a space to provide some time for mourning and lamenting during a time that we're inundated with this idea that Christmas is a very festive and joyful occasion, and it can be for many, but it can also trigger feelings of isolation and loneliness and despair. Maybe it's the first year going through a Christmas season without a certain loved one, or for many of us, our Christmases this year is going to look completely different than we have enjoyed in the past. So what we're going to do on that longest night of the year service, on December 21st, it's a Monday, we're going to have the sanctuary open. It's going to be an open sanctuary. The front doors are going to be open. The narthex doors are going to be open. And there's going to be a loop, of like a 15-minute loop, playing of scripture reading and prayer and song. And then the lights will be dimmed and there'll be candles. But it will just be a space for you to come and go, to spend just this short amount of time in prayer. And the idea is that being an open sanctuary is that people will come and go, and we'll never have more than about 5 people in the sanctuary at one time, so that we can spread out and be best cautious with our social distancing. So look for more details on that. December 21st, the evening of that, the longest night